experience of students in the past. So in this particular demonstration, we will transform the activity of reading that is traditionally an activity that we are doing alone into a social experience. So here I have a character, it's Natalie. Natalie has a course in literature and she has to read David Copperfield by Charles Dickens for a course and for homework she has to do for this course. So she begins to read the book. She can put annotation on the book. So just by selecting, very simple for this demonstration. And she's going through the book, and here there is a paragraph where she has some problems from some terms such as a call into the paragraph, but also what the author really mean into this paragraph, how she can interpret it for homework for the literature course. So she has a choice at this step to go to her friends, so through email, phone, Facebook, and ask questions. But she doesn't know really if people have read the book, read this paragraph, have answered to the question, and if they are available. So it could lead to a lot of unsuccessful communication and a lot of time. Another possibility is to go on internet and have access to Google forums and ask questions. But at the granularity of the paragraph, it could be very difficult to find answer to her questions. She can spend a lot of time and find overall analysis of the book, but not specifically this paragraph. So what we are bringing up is to have access to all the annotation of people that have read the book. And here, she's accessing the social network of the book. So every person can put an annotation on a paragraph. So photograph. There is people here for this paragraph, and in this particular paragraph where Natalie has some problems, you can see that there is two persons that made some annotations. Here there is Loretta. She puts an annotation on a call. It was a problem for me this term, and this explains that it is a membrane that covers the head of the newborn. So it gives me some elements of answers about this paragraph. And I have another annotation from Jan, and Jan here is telling that babies born with a cold from middle age is a sign of good luck. So this gives me some insight of what I can use for my homework about this analysis of this paragraph. And this person seems to be aware of middle-age practices. So finally I decide to enter in communication with Jan. And just by clicking on his photography, I can find several communication means and send him a message for having some references on middle age for my analysis. I propose to discuss. Okay, so what we have proposed to Natalie is to have a communication that is very contextually pertinent and where she can really use the expertise of people of this paragraph to get answers. So we have another character.
So we have a second student, so he's lucky to have a very fashion device, but the problem is that the time he spent waiting to buy this device, he did not study his book and he has now to read it and study it for tomorrow. So just a quick look shows him that there are 60 chapters to read for tomorrow, so this is just impossible. So what we can offer him is access to what we call a heat map. So activating the heat map. So it will highlight the chapter where there was the most annotation activity. So you can see that traditionally the beginning of the book is very annotated, but in the middle of the table of contents there is a particular chapter, that has been annotated. So going to this chapter, the heat map again highlights paragraph to see where there are the most annotations. So just going very quickly through this chapter, he's looking for the odd point of this chapter, and he is finding in the middle of the chapter a paragraph that is very highlighted. So this should be the most interesting point. So again, looking at the annotation board, he will see that some of his classmates have commented this paragraph, but he has even no time just to go and read each comment. So what he can do is jump to the annotation board, which is a discussion forum centered on this paragraph. So you will find here every annotation that has been written about this paragraph, and also with blue border, extra comments that have been added by people knowing very well this paragraph and answering to questions from annotation or just giving their point of view. So he will enter here in a community of people that are experts of this paragraph, and he is nearly sure to get a relevant answer to any questions he could have. But this guy doesn't have the time to wait for an answer in this forum, so he can go back to the book. And on the right side there is a second tab, so the readers one, where he can find people reading the book at the same time of him. So here a guy on the same chapter, on other chapters, and you will see that her classmate Natalie is currently reading the book. So he is sure that he can go and see her just to ask a few questions on the book, and that she can help him to finish his lesson for tomorrow.